I just got back from my second day of doing Pilates in a row. And let me tell you, today was a lot harder than yesterday. I want to say it was the teacher because that was an amazing, amazing class. But I also think my body was just dying. Like the littlest things that I can normally do so easily where like my whole body was shaking. And that was such a fun class just because all of the people in there, a lot of them were friends. I think they do this class together often, so they all knew each other and were chatting. Also, the heat in there was cranking. It was so hot. So we were joking that it was a hot Pilates class and not just a regular Pilates class. So all of us were sweating. Like, it was very funny. We were slipping all over the place because we were so sweaty, which was kind of ridiculous. But it was a lot of fun. I would definitely go back, and I have to go back tomorrow. I don't know if it'll be the same instructor, but I go to Avia Pilates in the East Village, and I love them. The studio is so cute. It's got 2 big walls of windows, so I like to go there and get some sunlight in, and it overlooks Tompkins Square Park. It's really pretty. The instructors are all great. I have not had a bad instructor once, and I've tried a lot of different ones. So wish me luck on tomorrow because my body is shot. I'm going out to dinner at Ruby's with my friends, and this is my outfit for the night. I'm wearing this little white sweater dress, a cheetah print belt, some tall boots, tights, and this little maroon bag. I also got new earrings, which I'm trying out for the first time tonight. Pretty excited about them. And I curled my hair, which I haven't done yet with my new hair, so I'm kind of liking it. It is my last official day of college. I have an exam today, which is why I don't have any makeup on or my hair done, and then I just have ballet later. So didn't feel like putting myself completely together. Otherwise I totally would have, because I would really like to look nice for my last day. But if it's just an exam in ballet, there's really no point. But I've been studying all weekend for my I've been studying all weekend for my exam that I have in an hour. Just had breakfast, gonna walk over there, take my exam. It's on childhood development, and then get lunch, have ballet class. We're just having a regular ballet class. We already had our final, and then we're done, which is very weird. I'm really looking forward to it though. I have another exam. I have a few more exams, but like last day of classes is today. So I have another exam due later this week that I'm gonna finish today and tomorrow. So it's due online. So the rest of my exams are online. So I'm gonna go home tomorrow, take the bus home, and finish everything else from there. But yeah, last few days living in New York City. I'll come back to visit, and I'll come back to move out, and I'll come back for New Year's. But last day having this be my place of residence, which is weird. I'm home from New York, just got back last night, and I just woke up and I've got a bunch of packages that were waiting for me here. And I got this from Lange. I ordered it because they were having this amazing sale where all of their products that were like $150, $70 are now being sold for like $20. I think I paid $20 for this. And just look how cute the packaging is. I got the Le Curl 32mm titanium curling wand in blush. It's supposed to be a lot better for your hair than a regular curling wand. It doesn't suck out as much moisture. It's much healthier. I have the heated brush. I use that quite a bit. And I've been wanting a curling wand with a wider wand. So I got this. Look at how pretty. Oh my gosh, it's like rose gold and pink. It matches my brush. They come in other colors too, but I figured if we were going with the pink theme, and it comes with a mitt. I'll have to curl with my hair with it later and see how it turns out. But seriously, their packaging is just so cute. Hello, it is now Saturday. I've been home for a few days, midst of finals, been working pretty much all day long, so it hasn't been too exciting and I haven't had much to film. But I curled my hair with that curling wand because I'm going out to breakfast today. And I have to say, I'm a fan. I like the bigger, looser waves. I think they're cute. I think it would be cute with long hair too, but I kind of like it with my short hair. And I tried a new makeup technique. I kind of like it. We'll have to see if it holds up and try it with a few other things. But I saw this TikTok where you put eyeliner, or not lip eyeliner, lip liner along your lid and then along the bottom lashes, smudge it all out, and then put your eyeshadow on top of it, and it's supposed to, I don't know, make it look more professional. So I mean, this is my first time doing it, so I'll have to see if I like it. But I was telling my mom that on my last day of classes, my last class ever of college was ballet. And at the end of ballet, they make you do this thing called a reverent, which is basically just a fancy curtsy or bow. So I was really savoring my final curtsy because I was like, we're curtsying to the people on the left. Thank you for watching my struggle in college. We are curtsying to the people on the right. You are also welcome. We are curtsying to me in the middle in the mirror. You finished. It was the most dramatic and Madeline thing that ever could have existed. And everyone else was just kind of like doing their curtsies, like, yeah, get us out of here. We got finals and things to do. And I was just like, no. We will take the entire time, the slowest, most dramatic curtsy they have ever seen. And it was so much fun. And my mom was laughing because she's like, what could be a more Madeline way to end her college career? I was like, I know. I was enjoying it so much.
They have a hash benedict. Wow.
4 more days of finals, and finals means lots of extra face masks. I'm currently getting ready for My Brother's Keeper, which is a Catholic charitable organization that we volunteer with every year. So what we do is we get a family from them, and a family from our local area that is in need of Christmas presents during the holiday season. And my family goes out, we pick out a bunch of presents, like the mom, the dad, the 2 kids, wrap it all up and drop it off there. And then we also go on a separate weekend to go help wrap presents there. So they have a giant warehouse that's decorated like Santa's workshop. It is absolutely beautiful. It's this warehouse with a bunch of different like wire racks covered in toys, divided by sections, wrapped in Christmas lights and bikes all hanging from the ceiling. It really is Santa's workshop. And when you get inside, there's a bunch of people running around dressed like little elves. Like, I'm wearing red right now to like be in the Christmas spirit. People in Christmas colors, people wearing Santa hats. Everyone's hustling and bustling, and they've got wrapping paper stations. So the first time, we were late dropping off our gifts for our family, so we had to drive it all the way up there. And sorry, still doing my makeup. And we get there and they're like, oh, like, have you seen the inside of the workshop? And we're like, no. So they're like, oh, come on inside. So we go inside and we're like, oh my gosh, there's so much going on in here. We have to be a part of this. How do you sign up? They're like, okay, well, we're all booked for wrappers this year, but come back next year, sign up early and we'll get you in. But as they did that, we were there right before they started lunch. So they called everyone into the center for a big prayer circle, which was actually really sweet. So my mom and I just kind of got like shuffled in with everybody else. Like, we weren't like really supposed to be there, but you know, everyone welcome and stuff. So like, we're in this prayer circle and they're like, thank you so much for coming. There's so many families in our local area that these really go to really needy families. We're helping so many families this year. We're from all over. People drive in like over 4 hours to help with this organization. It's really amazing. So we thought that was pretty cool. And then they're like, oh, like, come join us for lunch. Like, if you're here and you're hungry, like, we have lunch. So we go into the lunchroom and it is tons and tons of tables covered in food donated by local restaurants and fast food places and families, and just trays of whatever food you could possibly want ever. It's there, and you can take as much of it, as little of it. It's so incredible to see that many people in the local community come together for one thing. So we've been coming back ever since, and that was like 6 years ago maybe. But this company doesn't just work around Christmas, they also work year-round finding used furniture. So people that are moving and don't want their furniture, they can just call up My Brother's Keeper and they'll come with a truck and they'll take all their furniture and bring it to a family that needs it. And anybody can call My Brother's Keeper asking for help, so they just call them up and say, hey, this is my family, this is my situation, and they'll put them on the list. It's really incredible. And all the toys there are like brand new toys, like the cool toys of the year, they have them. It's kind of insane. But I went one year and we get there and these people come up, they're like, hey, we're about to just go do a drop-off run. Do you want to come with us and help drop off the gifts to the families? And I was like, oh my gosh, yes, of course. Like, I've always wanted to be the one that helps drop off the gifts at the actual families' houses. So we have a list of all the families in like a part of Massachusetts. We drive out to this part of Massachusetts with like 20 families on our list with a truck full of bags of presents. And we start doing our rounds, dropping off gifts in this area. And let me tell you, I did a service trip in high school to West Virginia because some of the people that live down there really need help with their houses. And like some of these houses that we visited, I felt like we were back in West Virginia. It was that sad to think that there are people living like this that close to where I live. So it really was reassuring to know that these Christmas presents are actually going to people who really need them. Like, there is one apartment we went into and there was like 6 kids and only like 1 bedroom, and they were sleeping on blow mattresses on the floor, on the couch. There was a baby in a crib in the corner, and they were so like these 6 kids had 1 room and then the parents shared the other room, and I think they had a grandma living there too. It was tinier than my apartment in New York and it was full of people. So I felt really good about giving them the presents. There was another family we went to where they were living in the backyard of somebody else's house. Like, I think it was their family member's house, but they were living in like I want to say it was either like their old garage or like a disattached garage or a shed or something, because there was no floor. There was dirt and then like plywood slabs placed over the dirt so that they didn't have to walk on the dirt. They were walking on wood. I mean, some rooms were paved, but I was just in the kitchen and the living room, and those were not tiled or wooded, or it was just wood on top of dirt. So those were like the worst of the families I've seen, but still, like, we live in a relatively wealthy area of Massachusetts. To know that there are people living like that in our local area was heartbreaking. But I was really glad that companies and organizations like My Brother's Keeper were doing a good job of taking care of them and reaching out to them and making sure they know that they have resources and people. I still have 3 more finals left, so we're closing in. One of them I'll definitely submit today. I think it's almost done. It's a paper, and then I have another exam and 1 more paper due Tuesday and Wednesday, so getting close. Tonight, I think my mom, sister, and Jack and I are gonna go see the new Spider-Man movie. So I'm excited about that because I absolutely love Tom and Zendaya so much. They're my 2 favorite people separately, and I love them together, and if they break up, I'm gonna be heartbroken because I seriously don't think there's a better person out there for either of them. I mean, like, if they break up, like, I'm sure they have their reasons. However, they shouldn't, because I love them. I have to say that I love being home. I have so much more space just to exist, which sounds ridiculous, but like, I have less things here because some of my stuff is still in New York, but there's just so much more space. Like, I can do my work downstairs in the kitchen, I can do my work at my bed, I can do my work in the playroom, I can do my work at my desk. I have options. I've never had options in New York. I hate desks, hate working at a table. I need to be comfy. So I like working on couches and on the floor, like spreading it out, or on my bed. If I'm not comfy, I won't stay there for a very long time, and I will just be thinking about how uncomfortable I am and how miserable I am studying. But if I'm comfy, I'm like, I can study because I want to stay here. So if I'm going to stay here, I might as well study. And it works out in my mind. I like other people around because I get bored. And I think they'll hold me accountable and keep me company. But only 3 more days of college, and then I'm officially done.
Why didn't they give us 3 stickers?
For the
bags.
bags.
The bag. Okay.
Oh, you found some pajamas?
We did. It says there are more on rack. I don't know what the rack is.
In the back with the women's clothes. This is our 7-year-old girl. And this is for her mom. It's beautiful.
Thank you. No. On your... You don't have any.
Wait, what's her name? That's a pretty name.
One? Or should I do it separate? Alright. Got little boy this time. Jack, is your spot over there cleaned up? Jack doesn't want to be in here.
That does look good. Oh, I would totally pour that in the mashed potatoes. Gonna see the new Spider-Man movie. Very excited because Elizabeth loves Tom Holland. It's her other boyfriend. And this is how a book nerd takes Zoom calls. Because we don't have anywhere to stand up our computer other than on a stack of books so that it's eye level height. And it has to be eye level height because you're a sorority girl who did recruitment and now you're only used to doing Zoom calls if they're actually looking directly into your eye. It is the second to last day of finals. I'm officially losing my mind. I have listened to Rattlenbog on repeat for 2 hours straight today. Didn't start work until 2 o'clock because I needed motivation, and then didn't get out of my pajamas until 5:30. But I did write 2 pages of my essay that's due tomorrow, and it's around 8 to 10 pages long, 2,500 words. The most boring topic ever, but it's my last thing ever, so I'm trying to remind myself of that to get through it. I'm getting ready, semi-getting ready now because I just can't bring the energy to put myself in an outfit and do my makeup and do my hair. So I'm just putting clothes on and doing my skincare at least. And then we're going to the basketball game tonight. My sister is cheerleading because it's now basketball season instead of football season. And that's kind of where we are. We are losing our minds slowly, but so close. I look a mess. I have an overnight face mask on, which is why my skin is so shiny right now. But I just finished my last essay, my last final, my last thing for college ever. And I'm about to submit, and then I'm gonna be done. And I wanted to record it so that I have it, but I'm gonna be done. I'm so tired. I'm so loopy from doing so much work in the past week straight and just like always having my brain going. But then I'm done. And then we finally get to relax and enjoy the Christmas festivities. Yeah. There it is. Final paper. Okay, I'm submitting. My screen froze. There we go. Message sent.
It's all gone?
All done.
Yay! I want to show you something.
Go.
Where did you hide it, Mama?
Woohoo!
That was all done. All done. She submitted her last paper. Isn't she excited?
Woo!
Mama got me balloons.
I am free!
Congratulations.
Thank you. I submitted my last essay ever, Lizzie.
Ever.
Ever. Mama's very happy.
I was very happy. I'm not reading. She goes, you want to read it again? No. No, I don't want to read it again.
I don't ever have to sit in a classroom again. If I don't want to, I don't have to sit at a desk again. Like in a classroom. No more essays. No more papers, presentation, homework, readings, required readings. It hasn't hit in it yet. I'm still in a state of stress from finals, but it's weird. And then she surprised me with them. She's just the sweetest. She said that she went to the store today and she said, I know it's not graduate season, but my daughter's graduating, and they went through the entire store, knocked over or like looked through all the old cases of balloons, searched high and low, and finally found one that said grat on it. And my mom got it for me because she's the best. And she was there when I submitted it. I can't believe we're done. I don't believe it. I feel like they're gonna call me back in and say, like you failed a class, or you have another paper due, or you didn't take the right credits or something. I feel like there's gonna be something. But I double checked with my advisor multiple times saying like, is this all the right stuff? Is this enough to graduate? And he said yeah, so. Getting older. It's weird. But I'm excited to have time off and to travel and to relax and read. Today's the day. Graduated college.